everyone. Welcome back to Coffee with Crainer. This is episode 132, and today I'm here with my good friend Eric Davidson, video creator and owner of Eric Visuals. He is internationally recognized for his work in real estate and videography. He's done some exciting projects locally, but also across the globe, and I'm really excited to talk about his passion and love for videography, the business, and if you're an aspiring videographer, you're going to want to watch this interview. Eric, pleasure to have you, man.
Brother, thank you so much for having me. I'm super honored to be here with you, and I'm excited to have this conversation and talk about it.
It's going to be a lot of fun. But the first question, the most fun, is where in Windsor-Essex is your favorite place for coffee?
Honestly, man, I'm pretty basic. I go to Timmy's just because it's convenient. Short lineups most of the time. And it's on like every other corner within Windsor-Essex. So it's a lot easier to get to. Sometimes I'll go to Starbucks when I need a little bit of an extra punch, but also comes with that. You wait in line a little bit longer and you pay a little bit more for your coffee. So
now how about this?
I don't mind this. This is something I've never had before. It packs a punch, and yeah, you don't need any cream, you don't need any sugar. You're just black. That's just how I like it too. So.
Yeah. It's Jamaican me crazy, or some people call it jungle juice. I don't know.
Yeah, it could be a weekend drink. Who knows?
Hey, you can come back anytime for that, Eric. But walk us through, how did you get started as a video creator? Was this something you were always looking to do?
Honestly, so back in 2020 is when I initially got inspired to really start to get into it. So I was on a trip in Muskoka, and I was there with a couple of my brothers and a friend of ours, and they're flying around a drone, and I was just mesmerized that you can fly this 4K camera and take incredible photos, and it can just fly in the sky from a bird's eye perspective. And seeing that for the first time just blew me away. I became obsessed with the thought of it. So I brought the thought home, and researched about drones, and ended up buying one 2 weeks later. And at the time, I worked at the Ambassador Bridge as an operations supervisor, and I asked my manager if I could do a shot of the bridge during a sunrise one morning. He gave me a thumbs up, and I had the most incredible sunrise that morning. I'll never forget it. It's probably one of the most beautiful sunrises I've ever seen in Windsor-Essex, and I swear it's fate. And I did an orbiting shot around the U.S. Tower with the drone, and I posted it on Facebook that morning. I quickly edited it when I got home, posted it to Facebook, went to sleep. I woke up, and I woke up to a bunch of notifications, a bunch of comments, a bunch of likes, shares. It went kind of locally viral in a way. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. What a cool effect that this could have. It's my second video I've ever done, and or it's already kind of creating this.
Barely knew how to fly the drone.
Yeah, actually, it's like playing a video game at the end of the day. But so I actually got a few DMs off of that as well. And one of the DMs was from Chris Tolda, who's a real estate agent with AW Free, the real estate group. He asked me if I'm willing to have a phone call about a job opportunity with AW Free. I was like, holy smokes, yeah, sure, let's jump on a phone call. We had a quick phone call. 2 weeks later, I went into their office and had an interview for a creative director position with them. At the time, I was working at the Ambassador Bridge as an operations supervisor. So I had management experience. That's what I was really going for.
Yep.
And I took the leap of faith. I bought my first camera, professional camera, 2 weeks prior to when I got hired at AW Free, the real estate group. And as soon as I got in there, it was just nonstop. I had 5 to 6 shoots a week sometimes, and I was doing all the editing for the photos, the videos, and a lot of social media work. And he kind of just threw myself into the fire, right? Mm-hmm. Which is exactly what I need, and that's my best way to learn too, is if I just throw myself out there and kind of just figure it out myself. And that's exactly what I did. But I'll never forget going back to the first shoot that I did for Paul. It was a Riverside condo, and I took photos and videos. I delivered them the next day, and he freaked out. He's like, man, did we just ruin this guy's life? Did we make him quit a salary job at the Ambassador Bridge to come to AW Free You and get fired 2 weeks later because the product's terrible? There's yellow and blue marks over the white walls from my photos, because I had no idea what I was doing in the editing process. And I delivered that, and he freaked out to his wife and to the operations manager, and we laugh about it to this day all the time. But it's just crazy, because he just gave me that second chance and the opportunity to actually really grow and thrive within that space.
Yeah.
And if he never really gave me the opportunity, I don't think I'd be anywhere close to where I am today. So major thanks to AW for you to giving me the opportunity to grow in their space. And he didn't put me in a bowl, right? Which I thought was so important from a creative aspect, because he didn't tell me how to do things or how he wanted to see things. He just let me go full force creative wise and have full on control over that. So which really allowed me to grow quickly. And yeah, I worked there for 2 years, and then quickly fast forwarding to the end of that, I started my own company, Eric Visuals, and I've been off on my own for about just over a year now. So I just quit the 9 to 5, and I've been only off on my own for a year, just over a year, and just have had incredible experiences.
Yes, plenty. Then we're definitely going to dive into that. So when he hired you, besides the, like, you have a great drone shot, and you're like, wow, this guy's amazing. and then you join, and they're like, he actually doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah, dude. So he hired me, and he had a gimbal set up for me and everything, like in the box. DJI RSC2 is what it was, and it was ready to go. And I took it home with me because I didn't want to open it up there and show them I had no idea what to do with it. So I brought it home, and I was like, I just taught myself overnight, literally overnight, just watching YouTube videos. Man, I became so obsessed. I'd watch YouTube videos every single night, and it became such a strong passion of mine. And I'm all about constant elevation, right? Constantly trying to improve and make your video better than the last. And yeah, as soon as like the challenge came to me, I was so excited to really just take it on. And it was nerve-wracking because I didn't want to showcase that I had no idea what I was doing. So I was kind of trying to hide that. And it all worked out at the end of the day. So it's all good. It's all good. It was fun. I'm just grateful that he actually gave me the chance to do that, right?
Yes. Yeah, and now your brother's also in videography or photography.
Videography. Yeah,
he's doing really well as well.
Yes. He does a lot of travel stuff. He's focused on a lot of Airbnbs. And he's all over the place. He has a huge contract with Twetby, which is huge in Windsor-Essex, right? He's the main photographer for that. So yeah, it runs in the family, I guess. Mm-hmm. Quickly going back, you asked. Sorry, what was the second part of that question?
Did you always want to pursue this career?
Right. So going back to growing up when I was a kid, I used to skateboard. And when we skated, we had a lot of fun with film cameras and all that.
Yeah.
We filmed ourselves and posted them on YouTube. They're still on YouTube to this day. I have like a kickflip tutorial, actually, if you want to check that out. If you're trying to learn how to kickflip.
Just trying to ollie, I think, is the first step, and I could never do that. So
it's tough, man. I get on board nowadays, and yeah, no chance. But going back to that, we used to make films. I had a lot of fun with that. We used to edit them and post them on YouTube. And then another thing that kind of relates to what I do now is I used to be really into magic. I used to be a magician for a couple of years. And so...
Where's the rabbit?
I pulled it out of my... and I got so obsessed with doing magic. I would buy gimmicks with money I did not have. And would go to like bars and these parties and family gatherings and perform magic tricks in front of large groups of people and just have a ton of fun with that. And when the spectators would react to the end of the trick was what I was like, wow, that's the best feeling ever.
Yeah.
So it was like, that's what kind of relates and what I bring a portion of that into my video creation, because I always try to give off that wow factor after I deliver every video. So that's kind of, it's always been there in a way.
Yeah.
But like, that's kind of what I circle it back to. So I went to school for business management, so I never really wanted to pursue it, right? So it really never was in my mind growing up. I was distracted by other things, mm-hmm. And when I got the chance to really fulfill it, I just went full force at it, and here we are today.
Now, do you still perform magic tricks and
I do. On the random occasions, I do. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm really feeling it, you know.
I think there's a coin behind your ear over there. No, that's really cool. I had my brother actually would when we were younger would always try to perform magic tricks.
So cool. When I was growing up as a kid, and I would see people perform magic on me, that feeling I would get is what made me really want to perform magic.
Yes.
And do that for other people.
Yeah, and now you still have that same concept, but with videography.
Exactly. So I still try to give off that wow factor in terms of with my clients and who I'm creating videos for.
And now, do you still is there a photography aspect of your business, or do you like to primarily focus on video?
My primary focus is definitely videography. I love the whole filming to editing process. I love engaging with a client on set, helping direct, just collabing a vision, right? It's so much fun. And then bringing it back home and bringing all the puzzle pieces together and creating something epic, something that stands out. But photography, I definitely do it for real estate. But other than that, I haven't really put myself out there too much with photography, just because videography is just such a large portion of the business, and it's a lot to focus on alone, and I don't want to take on too much, and I'd rather just focus on that part of the business to really master that. So.
And you definitely are. I was at an event last week, and it was just a fellow videographer that I saw there. I said, "Hey, do you know Eric Davidson?" This guy was like, "I've never met him, but he's a legend."
Are you
So
serious?
yeah,
That's amazing,
any
man.
local
That's amazing.
videographer definitely looks up to you, and you know, like, yeah, you're a legend in the area, and you're definitely, you know,
Thanks
you're
so much, man. I appreciate
scaling the
that.
business, right? And I want to talk about some of the exciting projects that you've had a chance to work on.
Yeah.
Can you share more about that? Some of your favorite
100%.
shoots
Yes,
so
absolutely.
far?
So I have a couple I have to list off. Malibu was insane. So I went to Malibu to film Malibu Rocky Oaks, which is a really famous estate there, actually. It's iconic. And it's located at one of the highest peaks in Malibu, California. So when you're up there, you see everything. You see the ocean, all the mountain peaks. Literally, you see Los Angeles.
Wow.
It was so gorgeous. Filmed a real estate video there for one of the most prestigious agents in America. And we got to do like this dream sequence with a couple models and really create like a movie, a real estate movie. Honestly, I didn't look at it as just another real estate video. It was something different. And not only did we get to shoot there for 2 days, sunrise to sunset, but we also got to stay there for 2 days. And to rent that place out, it's like $15,000 USD.
So you got to stay in the house?
Yeah, I got to sleep there. Yeah.
Wow.
For 2 nights, and that was just incredible to wake up and open up the blinds and
See that
most gorgeous thing I've ever witnessed with my own eyes. And I remember standing on the helipad and just looking out and taking a moment in, like mid filming, and just realizing, wow, like truly is the sky is the limit. Like,
yeah.
I don't know how I got here, but I know it was just through hard work and passion and just putting myself out there. And truly, like if you're willing to just put in the work, man, anything is possible. And I really had that moment while I was up there. It was just
how did that happen?
stunning.
Like, how did you get that gig?
Through social media, through posting my work online. Yeah. A company contacted me. So I post in a group called Real Estate Videography, a Facebook group all the time for constructive criticism and feedback, and just to critique my work and try to improve. And it got to a point where I started to post more and more, and it got to a point where people started to look up to my work and wanted to learn off of me and ask me so many questions, and I got so many follows off those videos, and I just became like somebody within that group who was recognizable, right? And that company out of Florida reached me through that. Well, through posting on that Facebook group all the time, and then they gave me that opportunity to go to Malibu. I've been to Palm Beach with them a few times, and yeah, man, it just shows that just putting yourself out there can work wonders for you.
Yeah, and I believe the property was in The Hangover.
Yes, it was in The Hangover. It was in the Kardashians, The Bachelorette. Yeah,
wow,
quite a few famous movies and shows. So it was pretty surreal to be there.
So is that the top of the list?
For like a real estate agent, top of the list, and then like close second or like right up there with it, just because it's a whole different industry.
Can I take a guess?
What?
Theo Vaughn?
No, not Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn was incredible as well. That was really cool. But the reason why RBC Canadian Open was so special is because like the hustle and bustle of every single day. So I was there in Toronto working at the RBC Canadian Open, the PGA Tour, for 6 days straight. I got brought on with Axel Films, which is an incredible video production crew here out of Windsor, and they brought me on to assist with them. And the hustle and bustle of every single day, the seeing the media tent, the behind the scenes of what everyone's seeing on TV.
Yes.
Just to be in the middle of it all, right? The energy that golf brought, I had no idea that it had that type of energy. It was so cool to witness with my own eyes. I touched shoulders with Rory McIlroy. I got to be on the 18th green when Nick Taylor hit that 72.
Yes.
And it, like the most iconic Canadian golf history, right? So it was incredible to witness that. So that's way up there, just because like the energy and to be there with Axel Films was really cool. And all within like a year, right? It's nuts that I've been able to have these type of opportunities.
Yeah, you're going out on your own.
Yeah, and then it all took that leap of faith, right? So it all took the leap of faith of leaving the Ambassador Bridge, and also took the leap of faith to start my own business out of AW for you, right? I've never been given those opportunities. Was
it scary at first?
For sure, yeah. So my girlfriend helped me out a ton. Was always like knocking on my shoulder, telling me, you need to push this further. You have the potential. You can do this. I believe in you. And because I doubted myself at times, right? It's not easy to really get out there on your own and have no stable source of income. That nothing's really promised at that time. So it's hard to really do it on your own, I guess. So it's important to have a strong group around you it was talking you up and giving you the proper encouragement to do so. And my girlfriend and multiple other people were definitely ones to do that for me.
Was there anyone that was an inspiration since you started in this business? Somebody that you seek mentorship from?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So Paul's definitely one I've always been a mentor of. Paul Germany's from AW for You. He's just the way he does business has always been inspiring to me. I'd be at shoots and he'd be meeting with the clients, and just the way he talks to them, right? I'd just always be listening to that, and it's just like, wow, he works incredibly. And just him as a human, like who he is.
Yes.
In the work environment, in the personal environment, everything. And then another thing for video creation, I really look up to a lot of Australian work.
Well,
I go overseas and I check out. There's company X Media, Desire Media. There's a few major production companies out there based in Australia that just do it differently. And I that's kind of what I brought to Windsor a bit in a sense of my style, but I brought my own style and clashed it together, right?
Yes, yes, yeah. You're taking best practices from all over, and creating your own.
Yeah. Sip of this cup of Joe.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, just a couple other quick questions before I let you off the hot seat. What do you think differentiates your company, your work, compared to perhaps others in the industry? Because it definitely stands out. Somebody on the outside that sees your work is blown away. Fellow videographers see something completely different, right? Because they're in the space.
Right. Exactly.
What makes you different?
I mean, so many videographers are incredibly talented. Right?
Yeah.
So many people do have their own ways of doing things and great techniques. But I think what really separates myself a bit is the fact that I'm never willing to settle. I will stay up until 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. if I'm not truly satisfied with the project I'm working on, right? And I won't deliver something that I'm not proud of or that does not, or I don't think that's going to give my client that wow factor. So I'm always making sure I'm really critiquing my edit, making sure every second going through that timeline is perfect, right? So I have a different style of editing as well. I think I bring a lot of energy and emotion at the same time into my edits. I think that's a big separating factor. And I also think I bring a lot of energy to the set as well.
Yes.
So I'm actually, when I'm with the client, I think I'm really able to make the client feel comfortable in their own space, which allows them to perform at their best as well. And it gives me the most creative freedom to have and to play with when it comes into post-production. So I think a little bit of everything can be sprinkled into my competitive advantage in terms of filming and editing, but I think a lot of it goes into the editing process and the time I'm willing to commit to that and the effort I put in and the creativity I can bring into it.
Yeah, you're okay on set. No, I've had some work done with Eric, and it's a lot of fun.
Thanks, man.
Sometimes I just book it just so I can see it and bug you, right?
Just like today.
Yeah. Now, for young creators looking to start in this business, what would be some advice you'd share with them? Or if a young Eric walked through that door, what would you say?
Take the leap of faith. If you have the gut feeling and you feel like you're better in a other place or you're meant for something more, I don't think taking that leap of faith is ever a bad idea.
Yeah.
I also think it's really important to put yourself out there. Post on social media, post on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, join private Facebook accounts, right, that cater to your industry. I'm a part of that real estate videography group that got me jobs that I could have only dreamt of.
Yeah.
And also reaching out to business owners and marketing managers and asking to do a job for free. I've done that many of times, and it's landed me so many paid gigs with that client that I've initially worked with, right, for free. And not only do you get to showcase your work to them, but you get to showcase your personality in front of them, right? And you get to create a little bit of a relationship. And even if it fails and you don't get a paid gig off of them, maybe they enjoy the experience so much and the product so much that they're going to refer you to other people, right? So
yes,
just get in front of people. And if you're not getting a lot of paid gigs, do gigs for free and see where it can bring you. And I just did that 2 weeks ago. I'm still doing it because I really wanted to work with a client in Windsor and someone I've dreamt of working with. And I just did a free shoot for them. And now I have 2 shoots lined up with them this week.
Wow.
And yeah, now I'm with them on a consistent basis. And it's all because I did one shoot for them for free.
Yeah, so don't be afraid to work for free. Showcase your work.
Yeah, showcase your work and showcase the work that you're proud of, right? Don't showcase just your the basic stuff, I guess you could say. Showcase that stuff that really like you're part of your portfolio, I guess, and publish that and boost it if you want. Put some money into the marketing. And get it out there.
Absolutely. Now you're a year into the business on your own.
Yeah.
All right. You've been a videographer for what, 2 years now? 3 years?
Technically 3 years because I was with AW for 2 years, right? And then I'm off on my own for 1 year.
So
I was like half videographer, half photographer.
Okay.
First year of AW for you though, because I had no idea what I was doing.
Yeah. And here we are. Hey, I mean, I'm in the mortgage space. I didn't know what I was doing.
Right, man. That's how it is, right?
The day I started promoting myself about mortgages, had zero clue how to underwrite a deal.
Yeah.
So now I guess we're okay. But you're a year in.
Yep.
Where do you see yourself 3 to 5 years from now with the business? Do you want to expand? Do you want to hire people?
Yeah.
Where do you want to take it?
So honestly, I'm at a point right now where it's becoming a lot in a way, right? Even just on my own, I'm really starting to get a lot of business coming at me, and I definitely see myself growing beyond just myself. The saying goes, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, right? So I do want to bring a small but mighty team with me and get away from Eric Visuals and create a brand, a company that's more than just myself, right? And have a small but mighty team that's willing to take on and service all of North America. I want to be shooting the most luxurious properties in all of Canada, right? And I also want to step into the fitness space a little bit more and the automotive space, and primarily focus still on real estate, on luxury real estate. I really want to do some epic homes and go to some epic places. And I want to be on a plane like once or twice a month. To be honest, that's my goal.
Yeah. Well, it's a win-win. You're traveling, you're filming,
exactly,
right?
Having fun while doing so, and meeting so many influential people, and that's a really important part that goes into this too, is who you surround yourself with, right? And
yes.
I've been very grateful and blessed to be able to get a good circle around me the past couple of years, and I give that a major credit to my success as well.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're the smartest in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah,
Is how I look at it, right?
Exactly. Man.
So no, it's a lot of exciting stuff, and you're putting Windsor-Essex on the map as well for videography.
Thanks so much.
It would be I don't know if are you looking to perhaps in the future maybe coach, like have a program to coach young videographers?
Yeah, so actually I'm going to be releasing a course at the end of spring.
Wow.
So I'm going to be doing a full real estate videography production course that goes through all my filming process, my editing process, and everything in between. That really gives away all my secrets and how I do things, because I've gotten so many DMs and so many people have contacted me that they're interested in that. So I thought, why not help out other creators all over the world and just get into that space, and the space of mentorship, something I've never really been a part of, but I'm really excited to put myself out there and try it out, right? Because why the heck not? You only have one chance at this. You just got to put yourself in as many different places as you can and have fun with it and see where it takes you. So
amazing.
I'm super excited to step into coaching. It's going to be really cool, and yeah, I've gotten a lot of feedback in terms of people wanting me to do so.
Well, I'm excited to see the growth. It's been a year, but you've been to some pretty cool places and worked on some exciting projects.
Yeah, thanks so much, London. Same to you too, man. You're doing incredible things.
Thank you.
Thank you.
For those watching, if you want to recap or rewatch the episode, visit coffeewithcrainer.com. This is episode 132 with Eric Davidson.
Let's go.
It's been a real pleasure, and I hope you learned a few things today and taken away some nuggets to help expand your videography business or any business that you're pursuing. Hope to see you soon. Take care.